Well, good evening everyone. Welcome to this market outlook for this week starting Monday 20th of June 2022. Tonight we'll go over gold, silver, commodities, stocks, crypto, the DXY of course, and bond yields, and we'll see what I'm currently looking for the coming week. So tonight let's start with gold. Gold last week had this bounce back above this price region that I have marked out, 1835 and 1830. Closed Friday down. Will we break back through and continue the trend lower? Is this just a pullback? Remember, still lower high compared to previous high, lower low, previous low. So wave 1, wave 2 pullback, wave 3. Watching 1765 to 1750 being the next range for the next week or two. Will we see gold get down to this level? And of course we look for this area first for it to break. Second level, previous lows. Third level, previous low here. And then the price region I'm looking for this next move down. And if you look here on the monthly chart, that lines up with about 0.382 Fibonacci of this move here. Excuse me. So silver, much the same except not as bullish. If we go back to gold, actually still the same, just not. But yes, it's very similar. You can see it came up again, broke through this price region, lower high currently. So looking this week, similar to gold, wave 1, wave 2 for that wave 3, down through $20.06 and then down to as low as 19 and 1860. And if you look at that, where's it line up? 0.618 Fibonacci retracement on the monthly chart of this run here, pullback. At that point, would we then continue long? And this is how you have to view charts, guys, like monthly obviously. Each candle here represents a month, so it's a much longer term time frame. You can even go up to 3, 6 month charts if you like, to want to go really long term to see the trend. This is weekly and this is daily. So you piece it all together, and when you get short term all the way to long term and all the biases line up, it's a pretty good sign that your analysis will play out correctly. It's like it happens a little bit and then over time you look at these bigger moves. So silver, expecting for it to continue down this week, back through 21.41 and 21.20 onto $20.06. Let's see if it gets there by the end of the week. Oil's interesting. We had this run up here last day, Friday. We finished the day quite bearish, big bearish candle to the downside. Will we get a continuation breaking this previous week low and then previous low, or will we bounce and respect this 0.618 of this overall pattern? If you see from the bottom to the top, you can see it's been playing under 0.618 all this time, 0.382 rather. So, and we've had this recent move up signalling that it's quite strong. Pullback, I'd expect oil to come maybe back to around here, consolidate, continue bullish. But one step at a time. If we break there, then we have to review and look at possibly, is there now starting to be a bearish trend, because this is a very big move here. If you look on the monthly time frame, very big. Since that crash we had back in Feb where we went negative $40 a barrel, we are up to now 109.84, got to as high as 1 $129, almost $130 a barrel. So big move here on oil. Will we get a decent correction here for the pullback? UK oil, much the same, very bullish. Pullback continue, or will we stall and continue higher? Dollar. Now dollar, this is currently bullish. You can see we made a higher high at this previous high. Even though we made a lower low, the overall trend is up. So we look for highs to continue to be made first, and then lows second. High, 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 high. This is just a deeper pullback from this move here. If you draw tracement tool, there's a swing low. So I'll draw it to there. 0.618. So is this pullback finished? Come back around 104. This is closed out on Friday with a bullish candle after two bearish ones for the rate announcement. Will we get a continuation high this week into 106.421 and up possibly in the coming weeks as high as 108? Yields. Now, yields is interesting. We see this weekly chart. This is the previous all-time high back in November of 2018. We've come up this week, wicked very strongly up, and then pushed all this price region back down to close the week out below this previous high back in 2018. So will we now see bond yields sell off, meaning money's flowing into bonds, so the yield drops, or will we see this come down even just into 3% and then continue? I'm expecting for this move to almost be over. Might dip a bit more into 30.09, but overall looking for it to continue into 3.653, possibly higher, to complete this overall 5-wave Elliott move. And then we'll be looking for a decent sized pullback for wave 2 of the primary wave. So in Elliott waves, you go much like the charts, 6, 3, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. You go from grand super cycle to primary to intermediate, etc., etc., minor, minette, right down until the... So basically every 5 waves up has 5 waves within, and each one of those waves has 5 waves within, and each of those waves has 5 waves within, with wave 2 and wave 4 always being pullbacks, and they will retrace a certain percentage of the previous waves, and that's why you use Fibonacci retracement tool, because the Fibonacci will measure and is usually a very good guide of where price you'd expect it to pull back to. If we quickly now go to long bonds, you can see this move here, the inverse to the 10-year yield. We had a rise last week back up into 134.27 and finished Thursday here with like this inverse hammer, bearish, small sort of movement. We're slowing this pullback over, looking for a continuation through 132.16 and then to 130.01 and possibly lower to complete this 5-wave move, the opposite to the 10-year yield basically. And then we'll be looking for primary wave 2 for a decent sized pullback up into 150 area and possibly beyond. Now we'll look at this is E-mini futures, so this is the futures contract on the S&P. You can see here, very bearish on the weekly. High, lower high, lower low, lower high. Highest low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So is this week, will we get a pullback? Because we had a decent move down this past week and a bit, Friday before last. Will we see that move pull back, or will this momentum be too strong based on these two previous weekly candles and we just get a big move down into this 0.618? That's what I'm expecting at this stage, because remember, trend is overall bearish. It's as simple as that. You look at the charts, they tell you the truth. And here, until we make a higher high, higher low, so let's draw that out. Where are we? I haven't done this before, I'm sorry. But anyway, you get the drift. So basically, till we break this previous high, because that's the most recent, I'm not at all looking to go bullish at this point. I have to have, especially after this significant movement down and it being wave 3, which was the strongest wave to the downside. So really, we're just getting started. We've had wave 1 and wave 2. This is wave 3 of 3 of 3. So if you look, same thing as I explained earlier, you can see the monthly, it's like a wave 1. The weekly, you can see 1 wave, 2 wave, 3 wave, and you can almost 1, 2, 3. So, and then the daily, that same move, look how many waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, 1, is this a 2, or is this the 2? 3, 4, 5, completing that 3. Look into it more if you're interested. There's a book here, Elliott Wave Principle, Frost and Prechter, highly recommended if you want to know more. To be honest, it is very, very good, and it plays out very, very well, and it really helps and guides you to where you need to be watching and when you need to pull the trigger and in which direction. So it sort of adds another level of confidence in your market perspective. Now, let's go to crypto now. Big moves here in crypto. Actually, before we do that, let's just quickly go through the indices of other countries. So this is a weighted S&P, very bearish. FANG, oh, look at the FANG technology, massively bearish. The transports, bearish, lower lows, lower highs, simple as that. Even here on the monthly, we've broken this previous low here very significantly. It's usually a good sign if transports, and we know there's terrible shortages and all that currently, supply chain difficulties. Nikkei, bearish. Euro, bearish, lower highs, lower lows. UK, lower high just, will we break lower? We have. Previous low, lower low. German DAX, lower high, previous high. Tokyo, much lower. That's the Russell. There's the Hang Seng, very bearish. That's China. Toronto, bearish as. Look at this. Fibonacci once again. Big significant drop. Lower low, previous low. Come up, high, previous high, lower high. Look where it rejects. 0.5 Fibonacci region. Nifty 50, India, bearish. The whole world right now is entering a bear market. Simple as that. The Aussie stocks, look at this move recently. Very bearish. Very bearish. That's 08. Look at that. We had 38.79% downside. Currently we're at about 15.7. So, we're not even in a technical bear market yet. And that's the problem with definitions rather than being on the pulse. Being on the pulse, as soon as you see this lower low wick than the previous lows, you're waiting for this lower high to be confirmed, break there, bang, you sell. Take percentage of your portfolio, sell it, hold it in cash, wait for a significant drop, buy in. Simple as that. And then just patience, like you did it here. What's this? We already measured that, but 09 to 2021, 29%. 144. If you had your money here, you recovered from COVID crash. You should have definitely taken profits there. Very, very good returns. 72% in April 20 to September 21. Bit over a year in the index. And you know, if you're still holding, seriously, and you haven't taken profit, that's great. And you're going to find out the hard way when it's back down here. Even something off the table. China, yeah, this is bearish. Dow Jones Utility Average bearish. And New York Stock Exchange Composite bearish. Quick look at crypto. We'll go to the big dog, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, look at this move. Wow. Let's put it in a log scale. You can see, come straight back through the 20,000 all-time high in 2017. Everyone knew we were going to get back to there at some point. You can see from this drop here, March of 2020, like look at that gain. 1200%. Aussie index, what was that? 72. So 80% Aussie index for safety, or a bit more conservative, to be more conservative. 20% of your asset allocation to crypto. You know, it's 2-3 trillion market cap at one point, and blockchain will be the future. There's a lot of rubbish in crypto, a lot of bad names, not regulated yet. But if you do your research, you can find some really good projects in there that are basically going to make the world, and they're solving a problem, real world problem. So I'm not going to say you need to do your own research, but you know, blockchain, crypto, graphic, and ledgers and all that will be the way of the future. It's just a matter of time, and it's a snowball effect. Starts small, gets bigger, bigger, and then you can't stop it. So that's Bitcoin. Had a very decent move in here, down below 20,000. And today we are bounced pretty hard yesterday. Will we get a pullback, continue lower, or are we starting to consolidate a bit? Possible bottom. Wait and see, it's too early. Ethereum, much the same. Big move down into the 11.23 region. Decent sized pullback. Look at this. 80%. It's pretty good. Sell there, buy back, wait for the next move higher. Just like we did back here, March of 2020. So you can see all-time high. Back to there. 94% drop. Buy back in, ride it to the next wave, 4,000%. It's 42 times your money in a bit over a year. And people are still not profiting, thinking, yeah, I need to go higher. Like, come on, guys. 42 times. And here's your elderly person concerned about interest rates going a bit higher so they can get 2% per annum. So 2% over 365 days. So in the same time, you've made 42 times here and you haven't profited anything. You need to take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. Simple as that. Especially if you've bought down here, you must be taking profits, even just up, you know, bit by bit. Rinse, repeat. Litecoin, big move down here, bit of a bounce. Will we continue higher, consolidate, or are we going lower? Decent size moves here. Great times to buy. I bought last week, and Now it's just patience. So XRP, you can see, got into this region I was watching, 29,650. We've respected that region. You can see all the body and wicks all closed above it. The wicks into it, but the body's all open and closed above that. So still respecting the 30 cent region. If you go to the charts here, I bought here and I bought again around here. So currently we're sort of just moving sideways in a bit of a range. Ethereum, much the same. If anything, not looking as strong. We made a significant lower low there. But yeah, and the stock market currently, it's closed, public holiday in the US, so let's see how the market opens tomorrow. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that. Take care till next time. See you later. Thanks.